to have our country back. No amount of knowledge is going to happen to give it back to us. It's going to have to be taken as it has been through history. You know, lately they've been talking about how history repeats itself.
Yeah.
Well, did we really think we were immune to what my father fought in the Vietnam War?
Right.
You know, my grandfather fought in, I think, World War One. So we have a history here of this is what we have to do to protect our freedoms. And our government has been checked up more than once. Boston Tea Party, you know.
And the bad thing is, our government has been taken over by the big central banking system.
Absolutely.
And now, you know, they're afraid to stand up or anything, even the guys that want to do something. I mean, look at that John Boehner guy. He's, you know, he wants to say something, that's why he's always crying.
Yep.
He feels guilty. These guys know what they're doing.
They know exactly what's coming into play here. And inside of yourselves, YouTubers, you do too. You know exactly what's coming. So what are we doing? We just sitting here waiting for it to come to us? What? Have we lost our minds? Have we lost our manliness to stand up for right and wrong? This is not time for petitions. It's not time to call your congressman. It's time to make a stand. And, you know, I put myself out there by saying that. But you know what? If I come up missing, I hope there's one man out there that'll pick up my place. I'm not saying I can do this by myself, but right now I am a one-man army. And I am waiting on an opportunity to get to where I can make a difference. And I was mentioning to you before about how usually in a movie it's usually the one guy steps forward and all the courage in the country steps forward too. Well, you know what? I guess I'm trying to be that guy. If there's any funders out there, get a hold of me, either through Brett or myself in my email. I got plans and ideas, and I've got stuff to sustain myself, so I won't be living off of you. But I do think it's time we all find a place to get together and get a plan of action together, not just a plan of survival.
Don't stay in the cities, guys.
No.
Don't do it.
As soon as anything happens in this country, run from the big city you live in, or if you're close to it, get out.
Because all the thugs and all the creeps are going to come out. They're coming after the food. You know, I made a video the other day about that too. You know, I called it the CDC zombie something. Yeah, I made it kind of animated by throwing in that Zombieland part. But what I'm saying is, these people, when they run out of food or whatever, they're coming after it, and they'll do anything to get it from you.
Well, that's somebody else had brought up that you're drug addicts.
Yeah.
I think that was Patriot Nurse. Thank you for your input, Patriot Nurse. If you guys haven't checked her out, check her out. She gives you online how to treat bullet wounds and stuff like that. Might be things you might need to know. None of us are going to get out of this unscathed. A lot of us aren't going to be here. But you know what? I'm ready for my kids and my grandchildren to have a chance on this planet. Yeah, I'm ready to do what I got to do. How about you?
Police and military.
Yeah. Well, on the zombie thing, before we jump to the police and military, the zombie thing is, you know, zombies like The Walking Dead. And we're going to jump into another subject that's going to touch base on what I have a feeling the interpretation of the zombies are. If anybody's ever heard of anybody with radiation sickness, that's another thing you're going to need that we're going to talk about here later on, so I won't jump the gun on it, and I hope I can remember to come back to it.
Right.
Yeah, but the police and military. Brett's prior service, Army.
Yeah.
I'm prior Navy. I can only say this, guys. This is the United States. I don't care what color you are, because right now you came over here to be free like me. Well, it's all in jeopardy. So if you came over here to change the United States, well, if you had a hand in it, good job, you are. But if you didn't do that, and you're here the way you're supposed to be, believing in everything we believe, and allowing yourself to have any beliefs you want without pushing them on anybody, well, welcome. But now, it's time to defend that, because they don't want you to have that, a gun, a voice, anything. So let's just let's stand up. That's all. As far as the police and the military go, you military guys, by Brett's prior service and mine, we know that you kind of get tore down and reshaped into a real person. And actually, you do, as long as you can shake the propaganda they shove down your throat while you're in the military. Keeping your own head through the whole thing is very key. It's easy to become a puppet. No, we're all on the same side here. Even though I'm not in anymore, it's not by my choice, it's by my age. So, because I'd go in right now just for the opportunity to make a difference. But you know what? All they'd do is send me somewhere else where I can't make a difference in my own country. You know what? We can't help anybody if we can't help ourselves. And right now, the whole world is freaking out because we are breaking down, people. We are losing the United States.
Yep. And our borders are wide open. Instead of taking you soldiers and putting them down on our borders to lock those borders up, they're sending you off to wars all over the place. And,
They're creating.
Yeah. And you guys are stuck over there. Your families are stuck back here alone by themselves to try to take care of each other. But, you guys have families too. And same with the police officers. You guys got families, we got families, and we're all Americans.
Well, that's another thing I wanted to touch base on, is that I was an officer as well in a pretty bad side of Dayton, Ohio. Did that for many years. I know you're a brotherhood, and you guys are going to cover each other, and if one of you makes a mistake, that's what we do, is we cover other brothers. Well, just know this, man. We are people just like you, with families, as he stressed. Just think about what they're asking you to do, man. We can only plead our case when you come in front of us with your shiny badges and guns. And, over the years, a bad reputation has been given to the police officers because you're not people persons anymore. You guys ride around in your cars, you wait till the bullshit's over, then you'll show up. And I'm sure I'm going to get a response from some of the officers. I'm not saying everybody's like that.
Yeah.
I'll assure you, there's a very few. But they seem to be the ones that get the biggest attention, and that's just sad. You guys, I admire what you do, military and police. But in the same breath, you know what's going on with this country. And your pensions are on the line as well as anybody else's. So when all this comes into play, just make sure you pick the right side and you haven't been imprisoning your own people. Because we're not criminals. We care about this country. We care about the future of your kids. So right now, I guess it'd be him and I standing alone, but I'll assure you I won't be alone for very long, because I know there's people out there that feel just like I do. Enough is enough.
Yeah, the prisoners in California.
Oh, I know you officers in California are really, really loving this. I guess new order got passed today where they're going to be releasing 36 to 43,000 inmates.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because they can't afford them anymore.
Yeah. So get ready to work overtime, guys, and maybe not get a paycheck because California's broke too. Yeah.
Yeah.
California's broke.
Yeah.
Well, the whole United States.
The whole United States is, and the domino effect from this, when it begins, everybody's going to be in awe. I'm going to tell you, you're just not going to believe the domino effect that's going to happen when this first event happens.
It's just a matter of which event.
Which event?
It's like
it really won't matter which event it is, because from there they'll have total control. And if you thought you had a plan or you wanted to make one, yeah, your highways are shut down. Your chances are slim to none. So you guys, like I said, police, military, man, like I said, guys, don't lose your heart, man. Don't lose your idea of where you're from and who we are, Not all of us are saints in this country. You got your criminals, but right now, you got criminals that are actually knowing exactly what's going on with this too, that are ready to put their lives on the line.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'll get in a foxhole with you guys too. It don't matter, because you know what's going on and you know what the real fight is. So God bless you guys, military and police. Keep up the good fight, but just remember the fight's about to begin here. Please be on our side.
Yeah.